What's your favourite dance move?
The green goo.
What does it look like?
After you, I insist. It's just like, hey Marv, can you scratch your head and rub your tummy at the same time? I'll give it a go.
I love that you said after me, like I was going to use it as some sort of incriminating thing for you. Go for it.
Hey, we're going. This is
We got the
solidarity
sprinkler.
all the way.
It's fifth period. The party's fifth period. Get headphones and hear it. Let me hit that Fabrico. That Fabrico. Let me hit that Fabrico.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Fifth Period, the film podcast hosted by two media teachers, where today we are closing out the year and simultaneously ringing in the holiday season with one of our absolute favorites. So, change the batteries on your talk boy and jump on the wrong airplane because we are heading to New York for part 2 of the Home Alone pod. My name's Mr. Brown, and with me today is
Santa Boylan.
Santa Boylan.
Was it?
Is that what you were going for?
Santa Boylan, come to New York tonight.
Oh,
There we
yeah.
go.
And we sound just as good as anyone else who does the renditions of that.
Better.
Exactly.
I would say better.
Exactly right. In addition to our discussion of Home Alone 2 Lost in New York, we are also going to be talking about our top 3s.
Woo.
So if you want to skip ahead to that, I will leave time codes in the description below.
Hey, it's the 2025 Film Club. And today we're going to be talking about Home Alone 2 Lost in New York.
A big thank you to the entirety of Film Club. So, a little bit of a funny story about recording this one. It was just noise. It was just noise. You weren't at Film
I
Club
was
on
not.
Friday. We thought we'd be able to carefully coordinate it, but it was just a wall of noise coming through. So I ended up getting a couple of people who were in Film Club and a class that I had later that day to record some other stuff. And then I seamlessly blended the two together.
Fabulous.
So it's still all over the shop, but at least you can somewhat make out what they're saying.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
nice.
But no, this seems like a good opportunity to get everyone who was there in. It was a really big turnout.
You said, yeah.
Yeah, it's huge. We had maxed out the tables and chairs from both rooms.
Wow.
And it was a lovely way to finish. Obviously, we've got very few students there. 3 whole year levels are done and dusted. And to be able to fill out Film Club under those conditions was pretty awesome. But good way to finish the year because then we get to say a big thank you to everyone.
Everyone.
Obviously, it means a lot to us to be able to do Film Club. I'm not too sure what's going to happen next year in terms of the pod. Probably going to pull back a little bit. We might still do pod episodes here or there, but regardless of what happens with the pod next year, we will continue to be doing Film Club.
Absolutely.
And I'm so excited. Like, it was such a good bunch there, and it's just such positive vibes.
And it's good because it's, as you said, with a lot of our senior year levels finishing up, it's good for the future of Film Club. Our younger students are going to continue coming along and, checking out some of their favourite films with some of their friends, but, discovering some of these films for the first time as well. So it's always a good vibe sort of around term four, particularly those last couple of weeks of Christmas. I was gutted I missed the last Film Club, unfortunately, but it sounds like it was an absolute belter and the right way to finish up what's been a really fantastic year with everybody in Film Club.
100%. It's so funny that you say all these films that they're discovering. I caught up with Wits on the weekend as well. And he said, I'll tell you, when I was doing the pod with you, I thought we were running out of PG films, but we've managed to find a couple of winners this year.
They really have. We like sharing our favourites, but the kids certainly like sharing their favourites with us. And there's been some great discoveries this year, and then one discovery that probably was. I don't think it'll make it the top 3.
No, I don't think it's going to make it. But thank you so much, guys. We've had an absolute blast this year.
Thanks, guys.
Alrighty, let us jump into Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Do you often refer to it by the full title?
Yeah.
Yeah? Oh, you got to. I mean, it's
Any
your favourite
chance-
part of the film.
It's in New York.
Yeah.
I've got to say, do you know it's in New York? That's fine, because it was going to get called like Home Alone Again or something like that. It was like an
it's
original
not left
working
at
title.
home.
I know. And we almost got a third film with Macaulay, but wasn't going to happen.
Because it really falls off a cliff at the end of this one. Hey,
It really does, because I think he talked about the fact that like there was an idea, I think, him coming back like more as a teenager and stuff like that, and I think that would have been really interesting. But not to be, and they tried to reboot it, and it was not good with that reboot. I think that happened a few years ago on Disney Plus, but thankfully we do have this film, and straight back into things with that iconic theme music.
yes, and the credits too, and a bit of a shift from the house to like the skyline look as well. But this film very much is hitting the beats of the first film and making slight modifications to it. But I do think it works. I mean, partly for us growing up on these films, it means that we've got that nostalgia there. But also, if you love the first film and you're like, I want more of that, or you'll get plenty more of it in this.
And Columbus says he thinks this film is far better than the first one.
Is that right?
And whom I had to argue with the director of his own film.
I know you do prefer this one.
do.
I
I
definitely
do.
did as a kid, and I watched this one way more as a kid because I think the traps are significantly better in this, which we'll get to. But I think as a whole film, the first one has just a bit more heart, I think, than this one does. And because you are repeating some of those moments, it doesn't quite land on some of them. But there are definitely moments in this where I think they one-up aspects of the first one. So, yeah, I'm excited to get into it.
Absolutely. So instead of going to Paris, the McAllisters are going on another family holiday, but they've swapped the the romantic allure of Paris for the
Sunny
tropical
Florida.
Well, it's not going to be so sunny. But it's back into that family household chaos. Everyone's packing 50,000 things. There's 20,000 people running around.
They even have like shot for shot the same setups, the establishing shot outside the house and the one at the bottom of the stairs with them running back and forth between.
The older siblings sort of chatting to each other. Buzz makes a very strong remark.
What does he say?
Like he's talking about, like, I think one of the Kevin's sisters says something about, like, wanting to get
He can't
a tan. and
tan,
stuff.
his freckles just joined together.
No, but then like Buzz says, like, well, you'll be, you'll be still be like a skag and be just a more tan
Oh.
skag. And I was like, so I wrote down, Buzz, your insults, woof.
Woof, yeah.
I was like, that's.
Yeah, no, I
Jeez.
had not remembered that. But again, we get Kevin with his parents up in the bedroom. He's playing with the talk boy.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Everything I put out for you?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
He already recorded it. Why did you need to record it again?
Different time.
Different inflection. That's it.
200 points. All right.
Yeah.
But yes.
Ding dang dong, the Plaza Hotel.
It's so good. Reservations, call toll free 1-800-759-3000.
I'll do just that.
And he will. He
will, absolutely.
Soon. So obviously Macaulay Culkin back. He gets paid about 45 times his salary from the first film.
Is that right?
Yep, so he gets paid $4.5 million for this film.
Jeez.
Which is a lot of cash. But interestingly, I mean, there's obviously been a fair bit sort of about, like, Macaulay's pretty, like, his dad's relationship with him and how that was, like, quite sort of, like, toxic and stuff. And the fact it was a little bit sort of, sort of money sapping, basically, using the cash cow bit. But he wanted him to do that, like, kind of thriller film, The Good Son, in between these.
I like it.
I've still got to watch it. I've seen, like, a lot of clips. I feel like it's a movie I've watched 75% of from YouTube, but he really wanted to avoid him getting typecast and wanted to do something different before he got him to sign on for the second Home Alone film.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I was a big Macaulay Culkin fan, like Richie Rich, Getting Even with Dad.
Yeah,
like,
that was great. I
Yeah,
love that film.
there are some real winners in the mix, but I love this here where first of all we get some foreshadowing that he's got an inflatable clown to play with in the pool, so that we know where that comes from later.
Exactly.
I don't really understand how the
how he sets it
luggage thing works in terms of like what Kevin ends up with versus what he
is
doesn't.
from his dad and stuff, yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little bit confusing.
but that's all right. Suspend disbelief. But once again, they're doing the justification of why they're not going to wake up in the morning. His dad needs the thing from the wall, unplugs it, and then when he plugs it back in, resets
it.
the alarm. But we get a good moment here where
The shower.
yeah, he's got to go get his tie, and he says that he's not allowed to go in there because Uncle Frank is showering, and if he went in there and saw him naked,
I'd grow up
he'd
never feeling
like a real man.
Whatever that means. Then his dad's like,
I grew up never feeling like a real man. Whatever that means.
I'm sure he was kidding.
Oh, you're cooking, Frankie. He tells Kevin to get out of here, you nosy little pervert. I'm going to slap you silly.
Good. It is a good one.
And it will come back because he's obviously recording that. He just records everything.
Yeah, you know what I think is a real winner for these films? It's not like necessarily what's going on in the scene, but that they include so many reaction shots from Macaulay Culkin during it. It's
pretty funny.
Like when Macaulay Culkin laughs at a situation, it's really infectious, and so you end up laughing as well. And I think all of the best comedy moments in this film has like a healthy dose of him laughing along
Having
with
a good
it.
break, 100%.
Yeah, very, very good. But it's off to the choir.
Yeah, it's a Christmas pageant, and if you didn't know, Kevin Solar's coming up. Kevin Solar's coming up. And Kevin Solar does come up, but unfortunately the things that come up is Buzz's candles. All right, Buzz, you're candle drumming. Woof.
There's going to be a lot of those, aren't there?
Yeah, there's a few.
I don't think it's that funny. Everyone is losing it.
Everyone.
Uncle Frank especially.
Even the conductor's like a little bit sort of giggling a bit.
It's like the teacher from The Grinch.
And
just
literally,
getting on board.
it's like the horrible educators.
Yeah, you get little flamies and then drumming away.
Not even in time, Buzz. Come on.
Come on. Buzz, your timing.
Woof. It's like, Buzz, are you rushing or are you dragging?
That's good.
Rushing. 5, 6, and dragging. 5, 6,
But yes, Kevin pushes Buzz, understandably. He's quite angry that he's
To be honest, I
moment
think Kevin's singing voice is funnier than what Buzz is doing. Christmas time means laughter, toboggans in the snow. But yeah, I love the other kid that comes in. Christmas tree, my Christmas tree, lit up like a wow.
Pretty much.
Incredible.
And then
Incredible.
the Christmas tree takes out the piano player. She goes absolutely
She does.
flying.
It's quite a stack.
It is. Oh my God.
I mean,
damn.
look, if any film was going to suspend disbelief on how much something's going to hurt someone, it's going to be
It's
this.
going to be
film.
Home Alone.
Like a brick to the face, that Christmas tree comes down.
It's true. And then we get our first Kevin of the film, and then the curtain closes, and then we get the next best dramatic performance is
Buzz as like a lawyer.
The turnaround of him just going,
You're just expecting him to be like, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
it's so good. And it's just
Yeah.
like, my insult was ill-mannered and ill-timed. And then they all applaud his performance.
they
And then
eat it
he's
up.
kind of like, closing, was like, beat that, you little trout sniffer.
It's so good. And he's got tact. He knows what he has to do to work the crowd. Kevin could
doesn't.
use a little bit of that.
Kevin
but-
just goes bang. And
Yeah.
he gives Buzz the exact reaction to drive him up to
But I
the
love
third
it
floor.
when he says, wouldn't want to spoil your fun, Mr. Cheapskate.
And they're all like,
Like, that's the worst thing you say. His parents should be like, yeah, right on.
like, I'm glad someone said it. Well,
Traveler's check. Forget it, Frank. We have cash.
So then ends up going upstairs and
Oh, you forgot Buzz's best line there. What a troubled young man.
It's like, you're a troubled young man, Buzz. With the stuff you were saying to your sisters before.
Yeah, that's true. He's going to get cancer.
Buzz, your legal defense. Woof.
Thumbs down.
But goes upstairs and has like another argument with his mum. It happens really quickly to
Because
really...
we've already seen it.
Well, exactly. We're just like, all right, let's get to the part where he wishes that basically he had his own family vacation alone. Here we go again, basically.
Wow, yeah. We
Well-
did it again. This is pretty much identical.
Yep, crazy rush to the airport again. Kevin almost is forgotten in the van.
Clever that they don't show any shots of Kevin getting ready so that you get lulled into this.
You're like, oh, no.
He is going to get left at home.
It is Home Alone too. This
And
isn't
then-
New York. What's happening? But no, he gets his dad's. So they go to the airport. He gets his dad's bag, which has got a lot of cash in it, his credit cards and everything, because he wants to change the batteries on his TalkBoy,
His TalkBoy.
which is a great time to do it.
I really wanted one of these Talk Boys when I was a
Was
kid.
pretty cool.
They invented it for the film, but then it was released.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, how
As
cool
it
is
should.
that?
As it should.
200 points, all right.
Exactly. $200, all right. But yeah, he stops basically in the middle of the airport to go quickly put the batteries in. And unfortunately, his dad is wearing a very popular item of clothing in winter in the early 90s.
It was the 90s. Everyone wanted to dress
Everyone
like
had a camel
Kevin's
top
dad.
coat.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Everyone looking like Gordon Gekko, like a Wall Street, basically. So he gets confused with another camel top coat wearing man.
Dad, wait up!
And the guy doesn't turn around. I think he quickens his pace because he's like, oh my God, I don't have kids.
Yes.
He's running away from his family.
I've seen what this kid did to those burglars last
Oh my
year.
God.
But again, like they do a really good job in this of justifying, like for such a far-fetched concept, they go out of their way to be like, well, this is how they slipped in and this is how he gets lost and this is how he has the credit cards. Like
And this is how the people at the airport get fired because they have the worst security ever.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can get on the plane.
yeah, hey, we
Can
don't
you
need your
spot
ticket. We don't need you to actually find your family.
Because he goes,
It's all
he
good.
crashes into the flight attendant at the gate, and all the boarding passes go flying.
They do.
It's not a QR code on the phone, guys. They actually had real hard copy boarding passes back in the day.
What a time to be alive.
It's true. That wasn't. It was good. Not yet.
We're simultaneously seeing the family get on the plane as well, and
Yes.
the woman who checks the family's tickets is the elf from the first film.
Oh, I love
I think
that.
we said that when we were watching the first film in the reverse order, but yeah, I don't know if she's someone who knew Christopher Columbus. Or
It's good. Another family member of Christopher
maybe. And then
We'll
as
get
soon as
there.
he was out of the franchise, he said, "No, you're not doing it anymore."
No, we're all leaving. We're all leaving.
But I think that perhaps if I'd left my son at home the previous year, I would have been a little more
double check?
forceful about checking. She does say she wants to check everyone gets home, but they put her mind at ease very quickly.
It's like, we'll check. And she's like, okay.
All right.
I mean, you let my son get on a plane without a plane ticket. I mean, how good is your security? How bad could it really, really be? Yes, makes it onto the plane, spots his dad, and then sits down next to this.
Next to Fleur Delacour,
He's
finally going to Paris.
He's finally going to Paris, but he's not. Puts his headphones on. Always, oh baby, it's Christmas.
Oh, the needle drops are incredible.
Again.
The new ones and the
oldies.
the familiar ones.
Exactly.
But when they arrive, very fun sequence. The give this to Kevin. Give
this
this
to
to
Kevin.
Kevin. Give this to Kevin. Kevin's not here. Kevin's not here.
And then like the way that Catherine O'Hara
Catherine
just
O'Hara
gives it,
says it.
and then he's just like, what? And then she's like,
The reaction, it's like confusion, laugh, scream, faint. The classic
chef's kiss, Catherine O'Hara. So good.
That's this. Trying to do all those things at once.
It is. She was watching Daniel Stern be like,
Yeah, I love that. We
yeah.
get an Ali Sheedy cameo here.
who's that?
So she's the one from the Breakfast Club. They're like the goth one from the Breakfast Club.
I haven't seen the
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Yuck.
I know.
Yuck is from you.
I
But
know.
anyway, she's the blonde one that's very judgmental of Kevin when he gets off the plane. He's like, what city is that? That's New York.
New York,
Sir.
sir. New York, sir.
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 But he sits down and we get a repeat of the first film. The I made my family disappear
My
is
family's in Florida and I'm in New York. My family's in Florida and I'm in New York.
I'm waiting for the
Wahoo!
But no, we get the eyebrow raise. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. And then your favorite part of the film, tour of New York City, baby.
Feeling like Kevin McAllister, having a very great time. But yeah, he's just touring everywhere around. He's seeing everything. He's going to buy fireworks, which pays off very, very late in the film, which is good. And yeah, New York and around the holidays is a really special place.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty spectacular.
it's pretty glorious. And then it's time for like the family to check in with
One of
the
my
cops.
favorite scenes.
It's so good.
It's,
Just laughing.
Funny thing, we never forget our luggage.
It's a McAllister family tradition. And then they're like, yeah, this has happened before. We've left our son at home. We're terrible
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah. And the fact that she's almost not going to tell him. So has he ever been in a situation when he's been on his
No.
own? He's like,
That's like, and she's like, yeah, we did it last year.
We get repetition of music as well here. So we've got like Kevin's theme when he's like wandering around, the innocent theme. But then we also get the wet bandits, or as they're known in this film, the sticky bandits.
Sticky.
S-T-I.
I. Yes, the bandits are back, and it's like,
Yeah.
Marv, do you smell that? Yeah, fish. It's
No,
like,
it's
free-
freedom.
and also fish. It's pretty great. But yes, they've become the sticky bandits. They're walking around and sort of, Marv's got his sticky hands.
Steal from the charity Santa.
Yes, apparently Frank.
Every little bit helps.
Sure, apparently Frank Oz is walking around here and stuff like that. There's a cameo, so
Dressed as Yoda.
yeah, probably.
What are the odds that in the middle of the Big Apple, they're going to run into this lady not once, but twice?
That's probably the most inconceivable part of the film, and these two are like bulletproof.
Pardonnez-moi, mon chéri.
We've
Anyway.
got Kevin wandering through Central Park.
The pigeon
looks
lady.
Pretty extravagant, but then, that's when you get, lady, you're scaring us.
Sick.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Woof.
basically, yes, but he follows the horse that points the way to the plaza and bumps into future President Donald Trump.
Sure does.
'Cause-
Who insisted on being in this.
Yes, because he owned the Plaza Hotel. I have been to the Plaza Hotel.
It's so regal.
It is
It's
really
beautiful.
nice.
Like, especially with all the Christmas decor and stuff.
It-
you
it
can
is-
imagine why you'd be pretty...
It's pretty slick.
Yeah.
When I was there, actually, they were filming, I think, one of the Sex and the City movies as well when I
Is that
checked it
right?
out. So they're back in 2009 when I went to the Plaza Hotel. But yeah, sat in there and had like a very fancy cheeseburger and
You didn't
and
have
fries.
a pizza?
No, I did not have a pizza.
And a pizza?
And a pizza. Courtesy of the Plaza Hotel.
We do meet Tim Curry here. Not that we
he's
get
so
to
good.
properly get introduced to him, but we see him in the distance. And it got me so geared up. Every moment he is in this film is one notch that this film has that the first doesn't.
Agreed. Like as
Yeah.
an additional sort of antagonist, basically for the film, I think he's perfect. Apparently, Jack Nicholson got considered for this role.
Mm-hmm. Is that right?
But he was busy, so
I mean, Jack Nicholson in a hotel, you got to be careful.
oh, this is true. Yeah, he's gonna housekeeping with an axe. Goes storming through.
Here's Johnny.
Get out of here, you nosy little pervert, or I'm gonna slap you silly!
That's great. But yeah, Tim Curry, Macaulay Culkin, and Joe Pesci all turned down roles in The Lion King so they could do this.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that.
is.
All the hotel staff,
Red
very
Schneider.
good. Like, Cedric is good fun. I can't remember what the other lady's name is, but
She's
the
great
three
too.
of them as a team, just so good. But
Cliff as well. Don't forget Cliff. There's a lot of those noises in this film. There's some little sharp intakes of breath.
it's very Doc Brown.
Yeah, so they all like taking notes. Cliff almost looks like Doc Brown.
Oh dear, but
He goes for a swim.
no, he's got to call the bookies reservation. This is Peter McAllister, the father. Who would introduce themselves like that?
Credit card.
You got it. But if you were a dad, why would you say the father? No one would book like
The
that.
mother. The daughter.
Oh dear. And also,
Yeah, checks
and
me.
ma'am, sometimes I do get into mischief.
We all do.
We all do.
But yeah, he checks into the room. It's one of our finest suites, sir. You got the all the snacks, the big beds, the bath, luxurious and
Spacious. Really good. Thank you. You've been most helpful. Like all these little lines here are really, really good.
When he is trying to be like more adult and stuff, he's just really good. And then
Pays for the room with a credit card, which is a vital detail in
Sure.
trying to track him down. But
but he makes sure to tip Cedric, which is really nice.
does.
with gum, which is good fun.
well, look, Cedric's been very helpful. He's telling him all about the history of the hotel. J. Edgar Hoover,
vacuum
the vacuum guy.
No, the president. I love all the
Um,
edit to the beat stuff that happens in this film. The oversized blue swim shorts.
Would I bother anyone if I work on my cannonball?
The guy's like, no. This wasn't shot at the Plaza because the Plaza doesn't have a pool.
Yes, I heard that
It's
actually.
shot at the Fairmont, so yeah, I think back in Chicago. So, but yeah, it bombs away. But unfortunately, so do his shorts. They go away too.
Yikes!
Give him a good nap. But these, I mean, what else would you watch on movie night? But the sequel to
Angels with even filthier songs.
they couldn't get any filthier. They said,
man.
"Hold my ice cream."
So we already said when we watched the first one of these that this is something that they shoot just for the film. I love it so much. The
Yep.
the guy's voice. I knew it was you. I could smell you getting out the elevator. It's just incredible.
And the room service attendant is
2 scoops?
make it 3. I'm not driving. It's so good, and you can get this Sunday experience at the Plaza Hotel.
As in you can ask what's included.
in like the room service. So you get 16 scoops of assorted ice creams,
Whoa.
whipped cream, maraschino cherries, M&Ms, chalk sauce, caramel sauce, and raspberry sauce. Do you know how much that would cost you?
How much?
$350 US.
$300, all right.
Good.
That's a quarter of the amount that Kevin spends on the room.
Legit. Just
So,
on that.
This was already a thing you could get, or you get it now as like a nod to Home Alone?
Yeah, it's like I think
That's
they call it
fun.
the Home Alone Sunday. There's like and you can even get like at the Plaza Hotel. I think I'd love to do this before I die, but you can stay in like a similar suite, but then you'll go in a limo with your own cheese pizza and going to all the different filming locations as well, and get a few like a Home Alone accoutrements. So
I
pretty
love
great.
that. I would just wish there was a full-length version of Angels with Filthier Souls that you could watch.
But
Honestly, when he's rattling off the names, it made me think of you listing cheeses.
cheese, Boney Bab,
Snuffy, Al, Leo, Little Mo with the gimpy leg, Boney Bob, Cliff,
Comte, Jack Cheddar, Brie,
Cheddar. You've gone into a song.
Cheddar. But yes, he's unfortunately movie night's going to get interrupted because unfortunately, housekeeping.
It's the
It's a saucy German Dingari.
housekeeping.
Housekeeping. Kevin's really quick to assemble
He
the
inflates that clown very quickly.
He's full of hot air. Yeah.
This is another moment where the cuts to like Kevin smirking and laughing really add to
and the way that he's
enjoyment
going.
of the scene. Yeah,
It's just
it's
great.
incredible.
And then he goes out, clips his shin on like the side table as well, which is really funny. But yeah, he's quick.
I
and then
love the juxtaposition of Florida rain with
bucketing down.
"It's the most wonderful time of the year."
It's really not, and this is why you don't have holidays in a tropical climate.
It
As
didn't
Kevin
look this
said.
bad on our honeymoon.
Thanks, Frank. Which is good fun. And then he's basically looking at sort of his dad's like contact book. He's like, "Oh, I gotta go check in with Uncle Rob later."
Bit of foreshadowing, I
Yep,
like that.
which is good. And then says goodnight to his mum across these United States of America.
And we get the starlight, starburn.
This is a song.
Every time I hear it, though, I was expecting Duncan's
Cheer on,
voice to come in.
Charlie.
All the money in the cash register. He's got
see?
the best voice, Duncan.
He really does.
But I really like these kinds of moments where they're like missing each other and we get like the fades between. Because
Yeah.
Chris Columbus, like he's the best part about his films is the heart.
Indy, cover your heart. Like, I can't. Chris Columbus is taking it out. He's ripping it to shreds with these lovely,
It's true.
earnest moments. But it is nice. And then the next day, pops downstairs and Tim Curry's keen to apologise. Is like,
Mr. McAllister!
And then Kevin's like, oh, God.
Yeah. He's so fed up with him already.
Like, oh, this guy has been a bit of a clown. But
Pennywise the clown.
yeah.
Maybe that's why he was so freaked out when he saw the clown in the shower.
He was. Got ideas. But yeah, he's apologising and, he's saying, I was just checking the room. Is everything in order? It's just like, well, yeah, my dad's pretty mad. He's left already, actually.
Yeah.
He's trying to keep up this idea of, obviously that his dad's staying there. Mm-hmm. That's the whole thing. But yes, everything's outside. A limousine and a pizza.
Lovely. Have a lovely day.
Yeah. He's like, just ready to pay. Like, I hate it. But yes, Kevin continues to do a really good job explaining away why he won't be seeing his dad. But during this time, he's going to check out the go with the credit card. And then we cut to a lovely
Stolen.
steaming cheese pizza. It's so
Lovely
good.
cheese pizza just for me.
It is. It really is. And then I love the whole thing, like, just having like the
Coke
Coke in the champagne glass and just sitting in the
Watching
back there.
the
That's
Grinch
living.
and then the dissolve to
I
Tim
love
Curry's
that.
smile.
It's so good.
His might be more animated than the animated film.
It is. I think that's what
And
Jim.
then the ding with the light coming on in the background.
So yes, as you said, reported stolen. So he's basically gonna, nab Kevin. But Kevin's gonna go nab some toys because he's going to Duncan's.
The thing that makes him ask is It's beginning to look a lot like a
It's so good.
toys in every store.
You know any good toy stores?
Hey, he could go anywhere. There's toys in every store.
Toys in every store. I do like that. It's good timing.
Oh.
But yes, the Sticky Bandits. Sorry guys. Don't rob me. They're planning to rob Duncan's toy chest.
They are, and the whole time Harry's telling him the plan, Marv's just stealing things off kids. Marv steals so many things off people, not in a subtle way, and no one cares. It's the one where he grabs the hat off the guy and just keeps walking. But yeah, so what a coincidence that just happens to be the exact store that
Kevin
Kevin's
goes
at.
into.
And they decide to go there straight away after this and hang out in the little houses.
They really do. And then we tell you who else is hanging out there. Chris Columbus and little Susan
Oh,
Burns.
that's it, yeah.
He's right there. He's picking out a nice little hat.
Do you think this toy
Hufflepuff.
store would be as appealing to kids these days?
No.
Yeah.
Because they don't, unfortunately. So this is a store that doesn't exist, unfortunately. This was... Like the interiors and stuff was shot in Chicago, but it's very much based on FAO Schwartz, which is a huge toy store. Unfortunately, it doesn't exist anymore in New York. I was lucky to go there a couple of times.
Nice.
And it is like the coolest thing. So they've got like so that's the piano from like Big that Tom Hanks like dances on.
So this was a completely made set?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's very cool.
and it's pretty cool. But yeah, FAO Schwartz is incredible. But yeah, I think the whole concept of like a 4th floor toy store, just like you can't imagine that being a thing.
Yeah.
So as much as I didn't have the ice cream sundae that Kevin had, I did have an ice cream sundae of kind of similar sort of proportions at the FAO Schwartz. So I felt like I was getting my Home Alone experience. It's the type of place where like people like make like selling toys, like basically, and flying things around. People are driving like little cars and stuff like that.
That's
It is
really
very
cool.
much, and again, it's in the 2000s, so just to age myself and this film. But
Well, even Kevin points out how nice it is to Duncan himself. He says it's nice of you to let people come in and play with the toys.
Agreed.
A lot of stores wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
He doesn't know it's Duncan at the time.
no, at one stage I thought it was a ghost because he like sort of fades away. He's not there and stuff. But no, Eddie Bracken is there, and he is
The classic Christmas thing of there's a guy who's Santa all along.
100%. But yeah, Eddie Bracken's really good. He's really, really good. But yeah, he talks about sort of the donations to the hospital, setting up some more sort of personal stakes for the film, which is
What
really
kind of a
good.
business plan is that, though? All the money he makes over Christmas.
He must be rolling in
Well,
it.
the chest goes to the hospital, but then he empties it out the cash register, and that goes too.
He's just that good.
Yeah.
He's just that good. But yeah, I think what is good, you see some growth from Kevin as a character a little bit more in some of these moments when he's sort of talking about the whole idea of sort of giving something to someone as well.
Yeah.
And then, yes, obviously they set up this whole idea of the 2 turtle doves because
Turtle doves.
Turtle doves. Because Kevin decides to like give Duncan some of the leftover cash that he was going to use. He's going, I'm going to buy it on things that would right my teeth in my mind. And then, yeah, the whole idea of this sort of pair of the turtle doves from the Christmas tree, and they'll be, doesn't matter how far apart you'll always be friends forever.
There is one line that Duncan says that I take objection.
Okay.
So he says, children bring him a lot of joy, as they do for all people that appreciate them. So, well, yeah, if you appreciate them, of course they're going to.
I appreciate you, but you don't bring me any joy.
But
I
it's just
appreciate you, but you make me mad.
Yeah.
You make me real mad.
Yeah, it's an odd one. It's an odd one.
It's a nice time for a reunion because
Oh, yeah.
Kevin's outside sort of looking at a map in New
And
York.
he's got his very recognisable backpack on
It
because
says K. McAllister.
and he's like, that's it. That's
That's
Kevin.
him. I remember his name. And
That house. Is that the McAllisters?
McAllister.
Oh, wait, no. I said that as Joe Pesci, but I should have been saying it as Marv. That house we were at. Was that the McAllisters?
Yeah, they're gone. But yeah, Joe Pesci again with the hiya pal. Terrifying,
and
looming over
the hand. Yeah.
That's very, very good. And then Kevin does the most reasonable thing as a way to get rid of them is scream really loudly in a
He's
busy
got a
New York
hell of a
street.
scream. Marv gives him a run for his money.
Well, he does. He really, really does. The way that Daniel Stern starts running here as well, like his physical comedy in the first
it's
film is
incredible.
great, but in the second film, it's like, all right, I'm going to up my game.
It's off the chain.
It is off the chain.
Speaking of things that are off,
Off the chain necklaces, nice one, great
Yeah.
segue. He does some very quick jewelry shopping in the street. One for $5, two for $10, well, three for $10, or whatever he's going through, and there spills all the pearls all over the ground. He's not just good at these the traps that he's been clearly laid out with a battle plan. He's good on the go
He
as
does.
well.
He does do well. But after he gets him to fall over, he runs back to the plaza for sanctuary. But little Page Master reference there.
Appreciate
But Tim Curry's not going to offer him any sanctuary. He
Stolen
confronts
credit
him.
card.
Yeah.
Let's see what the police have to say about this.
Yep, takes the card off him and they chase him up to his room. And before he gets to his room, we get a nice little repeat of the first film where he slides under someone's legs.
It's
Whoa!
pretty good, but yeah. And then the way that because Tim Curry is like chasing after, and they kind of like collides with the other attendants, and then the way the elevator door is just closing, and Tim Curry, you go, you little shit, and they just close it. It's good. And come along, Cedric, and they drag his unconscious body away. Grabs the cookies because he's got to grab some cookies, of course.
Of course.
And it's time to head home, but the hotel staff are there, so what's he going to do? But
I think this is one of my favorite scenes.
it's so
whole
good.
thing. You've been smooching with everyone, and he's like, you're mistaken,
I
sir.
believe you're mistaken, sir. Cheeks, Pony Bab, Cliff. No, it's a lie.
Get down on your knees and tell me you love me. Well, on your knees.
On your knees. I love you. And Kevin's like hilariously laughing, trying not to like.
It's so good. Just the.
You gotta do better than that. And then
I love you in like harmony.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Maybe I believe you. That's why I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna give you the count of 3 to get your lying, lousy, no good for flushing carcass out my door. I think that's most of what it is.
It was pretty good.
And then just blows away, and then just maniacal Tommy gun while they go flying out of the hotel room.
There's an insane guest with a gun!
We get the Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. And then I love that he comes back again. And
Happy New Year. Really good.
It's pretty great.
But the victory is short-lived because he runs out the back and runs straight into the Sticky Bandit's sticky paws.
Well, one of them's got a burnt paw with that M of the doorknob still
He
very
was
much
like,
burnt
for
in.
max effect, I'm going to take my glove off now.
Yeah, I'm going to look like Tote from Raiders of the Lost Ark.
They're digging in the wrong place.
I am the monarch of the seas. As he starts
That's what the
singing.
M stands for, Monarch of the Seas.
That's good.
But coincidentally, they run into the same lady that Marv said, "Pardonnez-moi, ma chérie."
And
to.
she does not pardon because Kevin gets a little he gets a bit frisky.
He
Just
does.
goes with a bit. Oh, there we go.
He's like Hagrid in Goblet of Fire. Gets a bit fresh with her, and she punches Marv. And then he said, he did it. Punches Harry, and off he goes.
It's good stuff. Also as well, Marv is very much because they're like, oh, we're just going to kill you anyway, and tells the whole plan. And Kevin's got the little recorder going, which is
Which
great.
he doesn't need a recorder because he memorizes it all, and I don't think he hands the recording into the police or anything.
That's just he just
got photos.
He just likes listening to it sometimes. 5 floors of cash.
All right.
And one more time. Yes. But yes, plan works very well and he escapes in the back of a horse and cart into Central Park is where Marv grabs the hat. And then the family finds out he's in New York because of the stolen credit card. So it's time for them to go to New York and time for Kevin to go to Uncle Rob's house.
Yes, I really like when they kind of dismiss it and the Sticky Bandits walk off when he's like, kids are scared of the park. It's the exact same
Kids
inflection
are scared of the dark. Yeah.
Really good. But yeah, you would be scared of the park because it is freaking terrifying.
Kids are scared of the Ark of the Covenant.
Look, don't look at him, Marion! Oh dear. But he goes to Uncle Rob's and Aunt Georgette's. Uncle Rob and Georgette!
And Georgette.
But
Jet.
they're not there. They had to jet because they had to Georgette because they're
Go back
getting
to
it
Paris.
renovated.
Yeah.
And we see why kids are scared of the park. Watch it, kid.
You want somebody to read you a bedtime story?
Yeah.
And it's like, oh.
Ain't much better in here, kid.
He does it.
Woof.
Yeah, he does. Sir, your one glassy eye. Woof. Scurries in the park, but comes across our pigeon lady.
Do you remember the TV show Pigeon Boy? Yeah,
It's her.
It's
it
is
it's her
her.
son. But yeah, he gets his foot stuck, and again, we've got like another sort of case of probably judging some book by its cover.
Well, to be fair, it's a pretty scary cover. She doesn't announce herself or anything. She just maniacally walks up to him and pulls his leg out.
Like the Terminator, but pigeons.
Every time I see her, though, I just think of the mum from So I Married an Expert.
I thought you would, yeah, because I checked the acting credits. I was like, oh, well, I know that's like.
Ray's sexy bastard, doesn't he?
Brenda Fricker, I think that it does a really good job as this character.
She does.
I think she's very, very good, very warm personality, and they sort of, become friends and they head up
Break
to
into Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, it's quite nice up there.
Pretty easy to break into.
It is. All the birds are up there. They're just chilling and listening to the music for free. I mean, I'd do that if I could.
I do agree with you that she's good, but her entire story doesn't really compare to the Old Man Marley one from the first film.
It's rushed too much.
Well, because it's like she had someone that she was with, and their relationship broke up, and then now she lives with the pigeons in the park.
Even like Kevin's like, nah, man, like
Yeah.
that's some BS.
Yeah, and the thing he's convincing her to do, like with Old Man Marley, it was like, so you should talk to your son. Like he's very innocent, and he's just like trying to get them to help out. But for her, it's like, so you should talk to people in general, anyone.
Anyone in New York. Stop closing yourself off to love. And she's like, okay. That's fine. And it happens very cool. I think Macaulay Culkin is quite good in this sort of stuff. In like, again, it gets to do a bit more sort of a bit more acting here, which I enjoy.
And he feels a bit more, I think, apologetic in this one.
I think so.
Like at the end, he doesn't do a frowny face when he sees his mum. He actually says sorry as well.
Yeah.
Not that I think when you leave your son 2 years in a row, you're probably more at fault. But
I think so too. But he's got to do like sort of one good deed to like erase the bad things that he's done.
they are worth double on Christmas Eve.
That's what they say, double points.
All right. Double points.
All right. And he goes past the hospital. This is all pretty killer, like a pretty sad looking kid in the window.
She tells him that though, and it's first she says like a good deed erases a bad deed. And he's like, "Well, it's getting late. Sorry, lady.
Sorry, I got
gotta
no
go.
time. That's fine. I've
You're
been
getting a
looking
bit preachy for me."
Getting pretty late. I better get going.
It's time for Operation Ho Ho Ho.
Hell yeah! I also really like the symbol of the star above the children's hospital as well.
Yep.
The trap music is always a banger and a half.
It's-
I love it.
It's elite. And as you said from the top, all the traps are more elaborate. They're bigger. They're
Deadlier.
better.
It's-
They're better. They're too much for the sticky bandits.
You married Elastigirl and got busy. Oh, The Incredibles. Incredible.
True.
Anyway, his plan, like, it's as well crafted as his first plan, and he didn't even have any resources.
No, he's got. He found a spare crayon in the house and got to work. But he's got more room to play with, and all the traps are really good. We won't really go through them.
Oh, it's a hell of a reno, hey.
It's a terrible renovation.
Wow.
Wow. What a home.
Things in time with the music, as you said. The electrical cables.
There's a lot of good edit to a beat stuff here. I enjoy it a lot. But yeah, he's off to Duncan's with a slightly more lo-fi trap, but one that is going to be very effective. And the McAllisters arrive at the plaza.
Yeah. What kind of idiots do you have working here? The finest in New York.
And it's just like sort of like pans across. It's good fun.
They get pretty judgy for parents who have lost their kid 2 years in a row.
This is true. But Catherine O'Hara is very good here. It's like, no mugger or murderer would mess with me.
Yeah.
And then the dad's like, you know what? Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah,
kind of
he
backs
looks,
off and
he
he's
looks
like,
pretty freaked out.
and it's just like, arm to the teeth and just gets slapped.
You butler, it's awfully cold out there.
And his quivering lip is just, it was
it's
very
perfect.
funny.
It's perfect.
Tim Curry stealing the show.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so we cut back to Duncan's. The store is closed and it's time for the bandits to roll into action. They get out of their little houses without a bathroom. And it's time to basically pilfer the joint.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Harry.
Happy Hanukkah, Marv.
It was a long pause. I thought they smelled bad. Anyway, so we
yeah.
take...
And then,
I was going to say like in 5 minutes.
and then Kevin is on the outside of the store.
He is on the outside of the store. Good.
Yeah.
Good from you.
And it's just like, oh, look at us go. We're like, no one even knows about it. And Kevin's like, hello.
Yeah. He takes their picture. How did my hair look?
Another Christmas in the trenches, which is what I used to say working at Coles every year. But yeah, brick through the window, and then we finally get the most important return in this film. Joe Pesci swearing but not swearing.
Fridger.
Loves fridges. I love
Hell yeah.
fridges.
He does love a fridger. But he gets some serious air on that seesaw.
Look at him go. He gets up. He gets absolutely up and
Yeah.
then smashes into
Car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's like, God damn, their plot armor is incredible in this film. It was good in the first one, but and it was like, Harry, that was incredible. And I'm like, I agree.
It was incredible.
I agree, Marv.
We get the frustration of Catherine O'Hara stopping by the house, just missing out. But thank goodness she does, because this part is just so much fun.
We get into, like this is the reason probably what Home Alone's most known for are these like trap sequences and his machines of death.
And they right into it, the fact that they have been trapped the previous year as well. And so there is some
do like that,
hesitation there. But Marv's like, it's not his house, it's going to be fine. May I do the thinking, please? I think the bricks are probably one of my faves.
It was so good.
really
it's like,
good.
because he's trying to negotiate and be like,
It was my
"Sorry,
other
the camera."
It was my alternate costume for today. I was going to have the brick mark and just put like paint
That's
and
great.
flour on my face. But,
Love that.
But it didn't happen. So
no.
you don't love it.
That's imagine what it would have been like, huh? But yeah,
Maybe
Marv.
we did have enough inside jokes.
I was gonna say this is what's going on. I'm like 1, 2,
11, 92, 12.
Yeah, Mr. Boylan, how many inside jokes am I holding up? 8. And the way that Harry looks at his hands to be like, no, I've only got 2. How can I do 8?
Yeah. Not just the physical comedy, but the sounds that he's making.
And then it very quickly dodges the last one. And yeah, that's the most major concussion I've ever seen in my life. But yes, it's time for
That's sounding like Adam Sandler.
But yes, and then Marv gets a reprieve from the bricks because it's now time to get a staple gun to the butt.
Ooh, yeah.
Stapling the rope of the doorknob to him, which is very good. I love all the sound design here, going boink,
Yeah.
boink.
It's very,
popping
very
out.
fun. But no sound design is better than the goop landing on Harry's head at the back door.
It's like flubber landing on him. Yeah,
It's incredible. It's giant. There is no way that was going to be that big.
slime.
So funny, though.
I love. He does. He starts going, but then Marv gets inside. Like, Harry, I've reached the top. Face plants at 3 floors, and then like the fact that he has to like crick his neck back in, all the sound design and just to add it everything is just so good.
Very, very good.
I love Harry checking every doorknob,
Yeah.
just like a little tap tap taparoo.
Every doorknob and every light bulb.
Pretty much,
Yeah.
and
Except
for
the
good
one
reason.
that's relevant.
Exactly.
Although it wasn't a light bulb that got him. It was the light bulb got Marv in the first one with the old iron.
It's true. He didn't.
Smash his face with an iron. But it's slip and slide time.
Harry cops a sports bag worth of tools
That's
first
true.
for getting in, and then Marv's looking up and is like, "Wow, what a hole!"
Thank God Marv has no peripheral vision, because most of the things that get him are just in
below him.
front of him.
Yeah, it's like the same thing with the Christmas ornaments when he goes through the window. He's just like looking up and then.
I'm coming in.
But yeah, he starts doing. I wrote down, it's like the electric slide.
It's electric.
Woo! And then just
The way that he
goes
lays
like
the
this.
slides, bro.
No, but then before he does that, because he kind of stops himself, and then he goes backstroke with the arms.
It's good. It is
and
good.
then skates into the paint shelf. It all collapses in an It's just the best. That was the best laugh of the whole thing. Is just this slide bit.
I don't know. I think the electricity might
That's it.
top it.
That's the electric part of the slide.
It's electric.
Woo! That's what it is.
Just the cuts in it. So obviously they just do this as a fairly practical effect. It's just jump cutting with his hair getting bigger and bigger, and then
And a skeleton.
the choice. How do you even
like something
think
out of a
to do
Burton
that?
film.
It's incredible. I love it so much. It's
Yeah,
genius.
it just keeps getting higher pitch. It's like, "Ooh."
Christmas tree, my Christmas tree, lit up like
I just wrote down, I was like, how is he not dead? Like the way that he like crawls back into the space, like still like feeling the electricity.
That's when I was like, his physical comedy is out of this world.
It's out of control. Hey, physical
Love it.
comedy's out of control, man. But it's just the best. But yeah,
But Harry checking the light bulbs,
everything.
except the one that gets him.
he finally lets his guard down. He's like blowtorch his head, and then the realization in the mirror is like, he did it again. He did it again. And then really,
He's gonna get
the handstand on the toilet bowl is impressive.
Well, it's not him.
Imagine
Imagine what it'd be like.
But yeah, and it explodes. It's
Yeah.
just so good.
Incredible.
Yeah, Marv crawls through, and he's like,
Pulling on the rope.
No,
He's
no,
so
before-
happy that it's not coming down.
before
though.
that, he's like, Harry. He's like, Harry. So it's a Voldemort, basically. But yeah, pulls the rope down, and then down comes the plaster bag.
Just the joy, because he's worried that it's going to fall again. And when he realizes it doesn't, he's like,
And he's just like, and then he pulls on it like, I'm coming up. And it's like, no, you're not. Down you go. And it's like,
you're going down. That's
I'm going to
it.
murder that kid.
Incredible. Big
but-
old sneeze.
And then he builds like the tower, and he's like, yes.
Yes.
And he goes up.
Whoa! As soon as he gets on it.
And then Harry goes very quickly up the ladder to try to chase Kevin, and then he goes down very quickly. And one of the most brutal looking traps, I think, is literally just,
The ladder just
into the
falling?
floor. It looks-
Yeah. But they get up and they're going to run up the stairs, but they remember last year
I do remember.
that...
He's like, hey, you didn't lose any teeth.
Don't worry, I'll get him!
I was like, oh,
Right in the schnoz!
It's like, okay, that's two. Now
Yeah.
let's get it. And then they get the big steel
Yeah.
pipe.
That's 3!
And then he cuts it. Boom, boom. And that's 4.
There's just this smoke coming up or the dust coming up. So good.
It's just like...
You sure this is safe? Oh, yeah. I've worked all the kinks out. Solid as a rock.
And then they get up there, it just collapses behind him. It's like a rock, Marv, huh? Hey, do you guys give up? Have you had enough pain? Never! It's like Daniel Stern. What movie you in, brother? It's great.
Incredible. There's no way they were directed to do that.
Have you had enough pain?
Sets the tool chest to go down. It's like, what's that
Yeah,
sound?
and they just stand
And
there.
then it cuts to like the tool chest, then back to them going, huh, what's that? That was the sound of a tool chest falling down the stairs.
Goes to the roof. He's vanished.
He's magical. But yeah, goes down to Kerosene Road. And it's just like,
Suck brick, kid.
misses terribly. Marv's having a bit of a whinge. She's like, Harry, you're an aftershave?
That's not an aftershave, Mom. That's kerosene.
Now why would anyone soak a rope in kerosene?
Oh. But time to change that aftershave.
I put the set it on fire. And he does. He sets it on fire.
And
Apple Flames
the
goes,
varnish that when it gets
gross.
that'd suck.
It was gross.
Yeah.
But yeah, love the phone dialing, calling in time with the beat
Music,
again.
Yep. Yeah.
Um,
Hello, my house is being robbed.
It's Murphy. It's Murphy's brother. But he calls the cops and goes flying on the ice, unfortunately, and the bandits
tumbled.
take him.
It's like the Page Master. It flips around.
It really does.
Yeah.
And then we come back and the film's animated. But no, they head into the park and
He may have won the battle, little dude, but he lost the war.
And then Harry pulls a gun on him. And it
A
gets
squelchy
real.
gun.
A very
He goes, squelcher, 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 squelcher. It's pretty lucky that they end up taking him exactly where he tells the cops to go as well. Phew.
they're very good.
But old pigeon lady comes out. Kevin, run!
And he does, and
Shoot her! Shoot! I'm trying to shoot her!
and he doesn't succeed because of all the varnish and everything else on the gun, and the pigeons come and attack them, and god damn, this is almost more terrifying than any of the traps. Apparently a pigeon flew into Daniel Stern's mouth.
No wonder he was screaming like that. Actually, it probably flew in because he was screaming like
Shut
that.
up!
His mouth is open about this wide.
He really is. Kevin sets off the fireworks, here come the cops, and Marv spills the beans on just everything.
Oh, yeah. I love it. He does on the whole. Shut up, Marv!
And,
And Duncan gets the letter from Kevin.
He does indeed. Apologise. Turtle doves. That's
He's
what
like, oh, he
that's
broke my window.
with turtle doves. Should have attached the turtle doves to the brick and threw them in the window.
And he decides, screw all the kids at the hospital. I'm going to buy gifts for Kevin and his family instead.
It's time to be selfish once. Oh, that's nice. There's one kid.
Maybe that's why that toy store closed down, because he gave all the presents away to Kevin and his family.
Maybe the hospital shut down too. But yes, Mum is still on the search.
He has a go at some cops for his attitude.
And does. And then realises where Kevin is at the Rockefeller Center. I've been here, seen the Christmas tree. It's pretty glorious.
She's pretty confident that that's where he's going to be.
Yeah, I'll back her in.
He's been in New York for a few days. He could have already visited
I
it.
think you just go back. It's Christmas Eve, though,
That's true.
Mr. Brand.
That's
It's
true.
Christmas Eve.
And he makes the big wish just before she turns up.
It's like, wow, that
worked
worked
fast.
It's very wholesome.
It is.
And I love the fact that kind of like looking at each other and just sort of this slow smile creeps onto Kevin's face. And yeah.
Not so much like it does in the first film, though.
No, not
Yeah.
quite. That one's that's a creeper.
But no. Yeah.
In a good way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, there's good creatures, but not in a weird way. It's
But yeah, it's Christmas morning and all the presents from Mr. Duncan.
he's omnipresent. He goes everywhere. Kieran Culkin gets his moment. He also gets his bed because no one wants to share the giant king-size bed we're full of.
So good. He goes to find the old pigeon lady with the turtle doves. It's very wholesome. It's very nice.
I love it when Buzz is doing his little speech before Kevin leaves, though, and he goes, "So Kevin gets to open the first present, then I'll go, and so on."
on. All right, enough more shit. Everybody dig it. And then gives Cedric a tip.
Yeah. Look, I think when Peter yells out about the bill, it's
Damn,
a
he's
very
loud.
reasonable bill.
It's just under $1,000 worth of room service.
Yeah. I mean, considering it would have cost over $1,000 to just stay in the room per night, I think,
It's a lot of snacks.
yeah. But I think I'd forgive him for that one.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And that's Home
That's the
Alone
film.
2.
Home Alone 2, and that's where the franchise ends. It's a
pretty
shame
sure,
they never
yeah.
made any after that.
Imagine what it would have been like.
Let's not.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Woo!
Yeah, no. I mean, I'd love it if like Macaulay Culkin came back to this. It'd be sick. Particularly now that the fact, he's older and stuff like that, and putting him in a position where, I don't know, it'd be pretty funny if you got Pesci and Dan Stern to come back as well.
Oh, it'd be incredible.
But I don't think that'll ever happen. But we can dream. But I'm
can.
glad we got these 2 films. That's for sure. And no other films.
And a good one to end the year on.
My favourite Christmas movie.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Look, it'd definitely be up there for me. I mean, it's not even my favourite Home Alone movie,
That's
but I love both of these. And returning to them every year is definitely part of the old traditions.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Given the fact that it is our last pod of the year, Mr. Brown, that means they've only got one more segment left to do.
That's it. We're heading to top 3s. Now I'm thinking about the best things in our categories. We like way more, but they're the ones we're ranking into our top 3s. You might agree, but you might not. You probably wanna get to
what we got. What's on top 3 of the year? Well, listed things we think are top tier seasonally. We do this once, but we'll repeat it. What's on top 3 of the year? Well, listed things we think are top tier seasonally. We do this once, but we'll repeat it. We'll repeat it. We'll repeat it in 12 months. What's our top 3? What's our top 3? What's our top 3?
Okay, so this is our annual segment where we look at the year that has been and we rank categories of top 3s. So we've got 3 categories for today. We've got our top movies that were released in 2025. We've got our top pod episodes that we have done, and we've got our top 3 media consumed. So for the media consumed one, I do have a movie in there, but
do I.
it's just media that we watched in 2025. It didn't have to be released in 2025. Could be games as well, could be music, a live show, television series, whatever it might be. But we're going to kick things off with movies.
Yep.
I'm wondering if we're going to have any double ups here.
I reckon we might.
Mine aren't necessarily in any order,
You got
but
any honourable mentions?
not for this category. One thing I will say is that for the longest of times, I still had the latest Mission Impossible in my top 3s.
Oh.
Just because it was a franchise that means a lot to me. So in my head, I rationalized it as like, well, I'll probably go back to it because I'll watch the franchise. But I was disappointed that it didn't live up to it. I don't think it's a terrible movie, but I think it's got some pretty major flaws. So I did end up bumping that out.
Okay.
And
I had
going down a different route.
I had a couple that I bumped out a little bit. One Battle After Another was pretty close.
Still haven't seen it.
K-pop Demon Hunters, also very,
Really
very
good. Really good.
Twinless, Superman, and Thunderbolts were all sort of in the mix for my 3rd spot, but they didn't get there.
Probably not Thunderbolts for me, but the rest of them were all really up there for me as well. So, yeah, we've obviously had a pretty similar year.
Yeah.
I'm going to kick
Yourself.
things off with Bring Her Back.
Okay. So is this a 3-2-1 situation?
I think it probably is
Lucy?
for this category,
Okay.
not necessarily for the others.
Okay.
But, yeah, I would say Bring Her Back was probably my 3rd favourite film of the year. Is it on your list?
Yes.
Oh, well, let's talk about it together.
It's in my number 2 spot.
Okay.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, I have already mentioned that I didn't enjoy it as much as Talk to Me, but I think that's because it doesn't have as much light-hearted content that would allow for that rewatch quality.
It's very melancholic.
Oh yes, it's a tough
Dreary.
watch. You got to be in the mood for it,
Agreed.
and it will certainly bring that mood down because it's dark. But the performances in it are incredible. It made me really, really pleased to know that this wasn't just a one-off.
Nah,
with
these
Philippou brothers.
these two are just genuinely brilliant filmmakers.
Yeah, and it's just got me really excited to see what they're going to do next.
Which is a deathmatch wrestling documentary,
Yeah,
which I'm pretty stoked for.
yeah, me too. You know how much I love wrestling. But no, tell me why you enjoyed it so much.
Yeah, as dreary as the film is, I think that the subject matter of it, like, kind of lends itself to the feel. I think that the Raka brothers, the Raka Bros, were able to sort of get across with this. Sally Hawkins' performance, I think, is one of the best of the year. I think that she's
Her
tremendous.
Australian accent.
Does really well.
It's
Very
incredible.
authentic. But she's terrifying in the film in her
Agreed.
own way, but really sad and empathetic as well. And I think that those are always the best villains in any film. And I think particularly in a horror film, when sometimes it's really hard to sort of generate sympathy, I think, for a villain in a horror film. Great prac effects. Some scenes in particular are like, make you physically wince.
Yeah, oh yeah.
The kitchen bench and the knife and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, it's a lot. Yeah, and I had a really good time watching the film with my uncle, actually, going down to the Peninsula Cinemas in Rosebud and going to a late night screening of that. And yeah, it was great. And particularly seeing some of his reactions too was one of my favourite cinema experiences of the year. So,
Nice.
yeah, highly enjoyed bringing her back and yeah,
Awesome.
stoked for what they're doing next.
So you said that would have been your second best film. What would you have had ranked third?
Final Destination Bloodlines.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's pretty high up for me as well.
Yeah.
That'd maybe make my top 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, it didn't quite make the top
So
3.
fun. It's just, I had a really good time
was
again
really
watching this.
good.
And this is the first Final Destination film I've seen in a movie theater.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. This is probably the best Final Destination I've seen in a movie.
That
theater.
also makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering what would have come out lately.
Such likable characters.
That's the thing, and like again, like if you get like some decent empathetic characters that you want to root for and you don't want to see die in a horror movie, you're halfway there to making a decent horror film.
Mm-hmm.
And these characters are funny, they're likable, they're all feel quite fleshed out. They don't feel like sometimes like
Some of them are really fleshed out by the end of it.
It's true. But sometimes like I think in Final Destination they can feel like all very like stock characters.
Yeah, or they'll purposely make a character annoying
It's
as
like,
a
can't wait to
way
see you
of
die.
Exactly, but that doesn't really work for me. I
Mm.
would much rather hope a character doesn't die because I'm enjoying them than
But still
I can't
appreciate
wait
the
to
cool
see it.
death as well.
Yeah.
Like both of them.
Oh yeah. There's some cool deaths.
And I think like the cold open, like the start of it, sort of getting into the premonition, is really fantastic. I like the sort of the older time setting as well during that time period. And it was like 50s or 60s, whatever it is. And then
the somewhat practical setting that they're in too. Like a lot of
That's
it
cool.
wasn't even green screen. It was like screens outside
No,
there.
yeah.
And very cool.
and I like the way they play around with the logic of the sort of Final Destination franchise. I always appreciate a franchise that can sort of poke holes in itself. And I think
Well, this one pokes a few holes in itself. I'll tell you that much.
It really does.
Yeah.
And probably the other thing that, again, that particularly sort of looking at like legacy, given what the film's about, it is Tony Todd's last on-screen performance before he passed away, which is was a really impactful sort of Hollywood death for me. Is sort of like one of my favorites, particularly for this franchise, but with Candyman, a lot of different other media products that he's popped up in. And his last on-screen role as William Budworth, he's so good in those in that little scene that he's got in talking to these characters. And yeah, I had a really good time in the movies watching it again. So Final Destination Bloodlines, number 3 in the top 3s of the year.
Nice. My second best film of the year would probably be Wake Up Dead Man, A Knives Out Mystery.
Still got to watch it.
Yeah. So again, I won't go into too much detail.
Thank you.
But for your sake, but also because I spoke about it recently on the pod anyway. But I think this is a really well-made film. I think that this franchise has been consistently good. I do think Knives Out is the superior film out of the 3 of them, but I've found both Glass Onion and this latest installment really, really enjoyable.
Nice.
This one is really well made. Like, I love the church setting and the way that they use lighting within that setting is very, very well done.
Yeah,
masterful in its craft. But also just I love the themes that come up with it, the discussions around like what religion is to different people in a modern age.
Yeah,
and,
cool.
How it can be seen in a variety of different ways and how some people can get behind it and others can't at all. But how there's also like morally grey areas that are involved as well. It's very cool. And also, as I've mentioned to you previously, they do a lot of references to other Agatha Christie stories or murder mysteries. Like Roger Ackroyd gets a mention as well. And it's for me, as a big murder mystery buff, it kind of ticked all the boxes. So,
Nice.
yeah, really enjoyed that.
I'm glad, because it was definitely one of your most anticipated films of the year.
Yes.
So I'm glad it landed.
Very much so.
That's
So
good.
what's the number one position for you?
Weapons.
Hell yeah, me too. Me too.
So good.
It was awesome. The fact that we saw it together too is a nice touch as well.
It was definitely one of the more enjoyable. I think that's like we sort of said something similar. It's probably one of the best times at the movies I've had in a really
It's
long
good
time.
cinema, hey.
Yeah, and like the fact that we ignored people rocking up half an hour into the film, not half an hour into the session, half an hour into the film.
Yeah.
It was just so much fun. Like, Zach Cregger is a really phenomenal filmmaker. The way that he's just gone bang bang with Barbarian and then this, it was just breathtaking to watch. It's funny, like deeply, like quite funny at stages. Honestly, some of the more terrifying sequences I've seen in a film,
Yes.
like when like coming out of the house into the car and
that's
stuff.
Just the long, like I love that eeriness instead of the jump scares.
It's just silence.
Yeah.
There's nothing
Really good.
scarier than that. And yeah, I really, really enjoyed it. I think that everyone involved is really good. I mean, like, when I saw the cast, I was like, oh, Julia Garner, Josh Brolin, Benedict Wong. There's all people I really love. And yeah, just really terrifying. And the back end of the film is just so bonkers. I'm
it's wild.
my God.
It's wild. But yeah, the disjointed time sequence was really cool, but
Yep.
also just the mystery element behind
Yeah.
it as well. Yeah, it all worked for me. Like, we got to the end of that film and we were just like, oh, that was amazing. And I still feel that way. I'm
Just buzzing. Yeah. Have you watched it a second time
I
yet?
actually haven't.
I've been waiting for like a little bit to get stuck into it. So I might have a bit of a rewatch, I think, soon. So
Okay.
very keen. But yes, I said at the time, like, this is going to take some beating for my number one film of the year. And I did rattle off some honorable mentions. One that I forgot to mention was Sinners. Probably at the time was up there with my best films
Lots
of the year.
people's top film of the year.
And it still is, but these films I probably had an even more enjoyable time watching. But yeah, they're three best films of the year for me.
Nice. Shall we move on to our top pods of the year?
Let's do it.
Oh, I'm going to go in chronological order from when we released these.
Alright.
But I do have one honorable mention, and that is Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh.
Really, really enjoyed doing it. I mentioned when we did it that I've studied this with students as well. So, like, I knew a lot of behind-the-scenes details
you did.
for it as well, which always makes for more interesting discussions, I think. That's probably going to play into why I picked the other ones that I picked as well.
Yep.
But once again, this was one where it just missed out, and all of the other ones that I've selected were video pods.
Yep,
Whereas
same
this
as
was the
mine.
only potential audio pod that could have made the cut. Because, yeah, the discussion was good. There were some quality jokes along the way, but you can also just tell that we're really engaged.
True, because it's a film we
Which-
both like.
Yeah, absolutely. And obviously, I've got a different perspective on this, having to go back and edit it. And so if I can feel like the energy from us and I can feel that we're excited to be doing it as well, that helps make that process a little less dreary for me.
Very true.
But do you want to kick things off for this one?
You can. My honourable mention was the K-pop Demon Hunters podcast.
Yeah, that was close for me.
Because it was a real surprise hit. And actually, I was talking to my last class with my Year 9 English students who did feature as the...
Yes, good group of kids.
And I was talking about them, like the top threes I had to do for the podcast. Like, oh, did K-pop Demon Hunters make it in there? I was like, not quite, guys. But
by that much.
But like the enthusiasm I had watching that film, because it was something that we really didn't know much about sort of going in, but the kids knew everything about it, and there was such good energy of people who hadn't been at film club before and coming along just to see this film. I was like, oh wow, this is something special. And it was a really enjoyable film that, you know, just missed out on, like probably being like I don't know, the best 5 or 6 movies I've watched this year, I think. So brilliant stuff, but it just missed out. The one that I will kick off, though, is one of our earlier video pods of the year, which is Grease.
That's my top one as well.
So there you go. So yeah, Grease was a very fun pod.
It really was.
Particularly considering it's the first time I'd really watched the whole film. So it is wild. But that was very, very fun to do.
We had a lot of fun doing it.
There's a lot of gags in that one.
Yeah, big blue moons, am I right? It was, yeah. Musical ones do tend to liven us up a little bit.
There might be another musical on the list.
Well, we're going to have a couple of double ups, I reckon. But yeah, I really enjoyed doing Grease. Like, I loved dressing up as T-Birds for it. I loved talking through all the musical numbers.
I went back to back with leather
gags
jackets
are
for 2
great.
weeks in a row.
That's right. Yeah. Well, speaking of which, I'm gonna go next Terminator for me.
Okay.
So you did crack out a leather jacket for Terminator as well,
did.
and
Just always wearing it.
I was in my
That's right.
big trench coat as Kyle Reese.
The old Kyle Reese.
But I really enjoyed doing Terminator because, again, it was one of those ones where the behind-the-scenes details for me were a lot of fun to research.
Yes.
A lot of them I already knew, but I always do a little bit more research, even if I do know quite a bit about the film. And there's just some really interesting things about the making of that film. We also had some very funny gags in that with all the Mr. Bean references and things like that. It just, that tends to be my sweet spot, the fun details behind the scene and also just us goofing around. And
And it was an M-rated film.
that's it.
That was the
too.
thing.
That
Special.
it was a special film, that one. Yeah, we've never done another M-rated film.
No.
But for those ones, and they were in pretty quick succession, the two of them.
Yeah.
But
It's a good start to the year.
They were both big winners. So Yeah.
It was a good. That's a very good shout. My next one was the musical one, and I'm talking about it, and it's High School Musical 2.
Okay, so that's my third. On the
Okay,
list
there
as
you
well.
go.
Yeah.
So that was a fun one. I mean, any chance I get to put on the tinted sunscreen, I'm gonna embrace. I'm gonna be like Zac Efron sliding on the ground, being like, yeah. Just this film is a cracker of a film, and there's some good behind the scenes stuff we talk about. But just having a real good time talking about this film.
Oh, you're pulling me. It was pretty funny. It was joke heavy. It was joke heavy.
Yep,
Yeah.
was it butter and sugar? Mix it up, or whatever it is. Like
It's the perfect
the recipe.
Yeah.
It's like, no, it's not, you idiot.
Idiot. What are you cooking?
We were cooking on that pod though.
Oh, we were. Hippity scappity hoppity hoop. You just rattle them off.
good.
Well, you've blasted through my three, so what's your last one?
Johnny English.
Johnny English was a good one. It was a good one.
I think we'd lost the plot in that podcast a little bit, very much like Mr. English himself. Mr. English.
I am gobsmacked.
And gobsmacked from the jokes you and Mr. Brown are saying on the podcast. Got all full tuxed up as well. It was
Sharp.
It was our black tie podcast, our formal podcast. I love that film so much, and it's kind of like one of those movies like that. I think for a while I almost felt guilty about, like, because some people like really like grap on that film a lot, like quite heavy. And it's like, oh, it's terrible. And I think maybe sometimes is it because of the sequels, and then like retrospectively looking back at the first one, I'm not sure, but like, I loved this film as a kid, and it's nice to know that I still love it as an adult, and it's so smart. And yeah, I had a blast like checking back in with this film. Like, we did like a lot of nostalgic sort of films this year. Some of them that kind of hit, some of them that didn't.
Some of them that were The Land Before Time.
Some of them that were small soldiers, like to a degree. Some of them might have been something else.
Yep.
One of them was there's too many. One of them was Stuart Little. That was the one.
Yep.
Little high, little no. But Johnny English, great time.
It was.
Gave us one, like, we scrapped our best ongoing gags for the top threes this year. But the best one, I think, probably one of the best gags of the year is just, and I use it all the time. We use it all the time in the office. Anytime something bad happens, God.
Yeah, that's true. It's true.
It's a good one.
Oh dear, good shout. Very, very good shout. All right, let's move on to our third and final category for top threes, and that's media consumed this year.
Okay.
So I'm going to kick things off with the film from this year that really, really stood out to me.
I know which one it
At
is.
first, I listed it as a film that was released this year, but I was mistaken. It was actually a 2024 film, and it's the film It's What's Inside. Is that the one you thought I was going to go with?
I thought you were going to go with War of the Worlds.
Oh, now there's a good gag. No, It's What's Inside was the Netflix film about
so good, yeah.
people that swap bodies, and yeah, just like it. You think it's one thing, and it subverts your expectations time and time again. It's just a really fun, enjoyable watch.
Very clever
and
film, yeah.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the characters, but then I also liked seeing them play other characters. That's always going to be a really engaging thing for me personally, because I like to see their range as actors as well. But yeah, there was like some mystery elements and some twists and turns, and it was also quite scary and dark at times. So yeah, that was a real winner for me.
Bit of a sleeper film. Like, it doesn't get talked about enough, but a really, really good film.
Couldn't agree more.
I'll quickly rattle off my honourable mentions before I get into my actual one. So I had a really good year with concerts. One of my honourable mention concerts was The Offspring. Got to see The Offspring for the first time. Had a fantastic time singing along to all the songs that I grew up with and listening on the radio, and I particularly got back heavy into in like the last probably 3 or 4 years. That was great. Really enjoyed Alien Earth. I don't watch a lot of TV these days, and that was a good one.
The end let it down, I think.
Yeah, I would have been fine if it was just one season. I didn't really need a second one, but that's fine.
But I think the most telling thing about Alien Earth was that the best episode was just a regular Alien movie.
Yeah, to a degree.
The flashback episode is definitely the best episode.
I just find the sheep really creepy.
Yeah, that's true.
The whole live thing is disgusting. Anyway, the whole experience watching War of the Worlds with you was pretty funny. And one of the best films that I watched this year that wasn't released this year, I watched it. Battle Royale, I watched the first time and had a brilliant time watching that film. I'm trying to push myself.
encouraged me to watch it for the first time this
Yeah.
year, and I really enjoyed it as well.
It's pretty dark. It's pretty full on. It's really good. And yeah. But the film I'll talk about that I watched this year is actually something I watched with you. And that was Ricochet.
Oh, wow.
Because
All right.
I had a blast watching that. That film was wild.
Yep, the flossing remark. Whew.
Oh my God. Geez Louise.
John Lith, go off, King.
Stop going off. It's too much. Young Denzel and Ice-T's in the mix. It
Yes.
just feels like the most late 80s, early 90s film I've seen in a very long time. And God, it's good. That's the stuff I like.
We had fun that night.
That was
good.
that was fun. That was a lot of fun. What did we double feature that with?
Was that weird?
So I Married an Explorer?
Or was that Toy Soldiers?
It might have been Toy Soldiers.
Yeah.
Both good films.
That were good, yeah.
That was both. It was a better double feature than the other one we had.
Wow, you loved it.
I loved Bowfinger.
Yeah.
That is fine. But yeah,
So is
Ricochet was
that
good.
that's the film that you're
Ricochet, yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you were still on the honorable mentions.
Nah, that was Ricochet. It's in my third spot.
Nice. Mine's in no particular order.
Yeah, no.
But next I'm going to go TV series, and I'm going to go Alice in Borderland.
Oh yes, you raved about this.
Loved it. I found it really hard doing this list just because my retention for what I've done over the last 12 months. Like I was like, oh, I loved that. Turns out I watched it like 2 years ago. I just had no
Watched it in
idea. when it was.
2009.
Well, this is the thing. I log literally every movie I watch on Letterboxd. But
like
I don't
TV
log
shows.
any TV show. And so it was really hard for me to remember. But that was one where I was so geared up and excited to just see the next episode.
Yep.
Yeah, really good. I've talked about it a lot, but essentially it's kind of a death game situation. Not
Similar to
dissimilar
Squiddy.
to Squid Game in that regard, but I found I connected more with the characters. There was more mystery to this than Squid Game. You didn't quite understand the circumstances around why they're in these death games in this one, which added more to the engagement.
Yep.
And I think I like the games more than I like in Squid Game as well. So, yeah, really, really good. Alice in Borderland, check it out if you haven't already.
I'll need to. I'll put it on the list. It might be what I take with me on the plane to watch going to Japan.
Oh, no Borderlands
January.
films in the sky?
Maybe TV in the sky. Now there'll be some films in the sky. Don't you worry about it. God, this is a long flight. I believe I said it in the jingle, and the jingle jangle. And the next piece of media for me is a video game, and it's Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, which I'm still.
Got to double up. That was my
Yeah.
final. I was saving it.
Oh,
My lucky
sorry.
eyes.
I'm still working my way through this. I'm just about finished Sukhothai. That's sort of where I'm at with things. I'm doing all the little side missions before I eventually finish the main mission.
Oh, I do
That's
the
what I
exact
always
same
do.
thing. Yeah,
And I'm like, okay,
savor
I'm just
that.
going to finish.
Savor that bad boy.
But then I've worked out the stuff that I can't get into on the cogs and stuff like that. I don't have enough cogs for certain cog puzzles.
I see.
So I got to go back and do
Right.
that. So anyway, I'm working all that. But it's been great. I was a bit skeptical around this game when it first came out because I didn't like the whole idea of playing a sort of an action adventure game in first person. But I settled in very quickly. And it's just really good. It's just like this feels like I wish I got this instead of Dial of Destiny. Basically.
Yeah, if this was a film,
Yeah.
it would be awesome.
It'd be-
some of the cutscenes in it are so cinematic.
Yeah, and like Voss is a really good villain.
Yeah.
Like really, really good. So like, I really enjoy playing this. Taking my time with it, which has been good. I don't game nearly as much as I used to, so it's very much drips and drabs. It'll probably take me. I'll finish this in 2026, like probably. But it's been a blast to play, and I know obviously it's on your list. You've had a good time with it as well.
Yeah, I was so engrossed immediately by the narrative, and I
And then
think
they drop you
similar
into
to
Raiders
you,
as well. At the
Sorry.
start.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I think similar to you, having gotten some disappointing Indiana Jones films, it was really nice to get completely drawn into a story that I connected with. Well, certainly not on a personal level, but connected with it as someone who loves this character so much.
Yep.
And seeing a young Indy on adventures like when he was in his prime is a very different experience to what we're getting in the cinematic versions of him at the moment. And yeah, it's just all of this feels like Raiders. I mean, especially the intro that is Raiders, but all of it feels
Going to
like
Egypt
that
and
era, and like it's the best of the best of some of his stuff. And again, like you, I was a little skeptical of the first person, but I actually think it helped make me feel like I was part of the game more.
Yep.
Especially in some of the snake parts.
Oh,
Jeez,
the going
ups
underwater.
how terrifying it is. But yeah, it just, the mechanics of it were really good. I didn't find this was a frustrating game.
No, it played quite well. Like, because I was a bit worried. I think probably the thing I would not enjoyed about it the most was not like the combat or anything like that, but it's like jumping around in first person can feel really like janky when you like sort of miscalculate like your distance and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that doesn't happen too often, which is good.
I completely agree. Like, I'm at the moment looking at Mario 64, but I've been playing it on the Switch.
Yeah.
And the mechanics of it are really funky playing with the Switch controllers compared to a Nintendo 64 controller.
There you go.
And so, like, the spatial awareness and, like, staying on the very narrow
platforms,
platforms
yeah.
and stuff, the controller's so sensitive that you just fall off. And I find it so frustrating to
kill me.
play.
Yeah.
Whereas I did not feel that at all during Indiana Jones. Anytime things didn't work out, I'd be quite happy to go back into the world and replay things.
Yep.
And it's got a pretty good save point as well, so you never have to do too much repetition and
No,
stuff.
which is good.
But yeah,
Nice.
it's a very, very worthy pick. But you've got your final, your top one.
My last one, and in a year, I've had a pretty good 12 months of concerts this year. I mentioned Offspring. In the last couple of weeks, I saw AC/DC, I saw Sam Fender, seen my favourite punk band, Private Function, a couple of times, which is always good. So there's a couple of other gigs in there, but the year was dominated by one concert and one concert only, and that was the 2 nights going to see Oasis.
Figured this would make you cut.
Yeah, very geared up to go watch a band that I'd never thought I'd get the opportunity to see. They're very, like, not a band I listened to when I was younger, but very much have sort of dominated sort of probably like the last 15 years of my life, probably 10, 15. And yeah, they felt like real events, like cultural events in Melbourne. Like I still remember being out and about, like for a PD for the Atom conference that day. And this was like at, like 9 o'clock in the morning and seeing people roaming around with Oasis shirts on. And I'm just like, and if,
They're ready. They're
yeah,
geared up.
like quite similar to probably how people felt for sort of when Taylor Swift, those concerts rolled around. You could feel the buzz in Melbourne at the time, and it felt like that for Oasis. And to see both Gallagher brothers back on stage together was just momentous. And this wasn't just like a nostalgic concert; they just sounded really damn good. And yeah, many tears were shed. Particularly if I pinpoint a particular moment, would be the second night of the second night I went with a couple of mates. Particularly one of my close friends who got me into Oasis, singing Slide Away. I think Slide Away is like one of my favourite songs of all time. A lot of people's favourite Oasis song as well. But yeah, that was doesn't get much better than that. It was very, very cool, and I was lucky to go a couple of times to see them. So hopefully, apparently might be getting back in the studio, make another album, maybe gigging again. We'll see. But 2 very special evenings at Marvel Stadium that I'll remember for the rest of my life. So. Yeah, couldn't beat that for my favourite media experience this year.
Nice. Very, very worthy choice. Well, on that note, guys, we are going to wrap things up there. As always, please do remember to like, subscribe, share this around. As I mentioned earlier, we don't really know what's going to happen next year in terms of the pod. Of course, Film Club will still continue, but I might be taking a little bit of a step back. I'm not sure if that means Nick will step into, or Mr. Boylan will step into a more active role, but whether we're doing it regularly or not, I'm sure we will still come back to this format in some capacity.
For sure.
So obviously the comments about things that you like are still very relevant, and if we are taking a bit of a step back from it, those kinds of comments and requests for things to make a reappearance are probably the sorts of incentive that will get us back behind the camera or back in front of the recorder for the audio recording EPs as well. So thank you very much, guys, for an incredible year. And we couldn't do this properly for Home Alone 1, but now we can say the quote, "Merry Christmas, you filthy animals, and a Happy New Year."